So hop on, let me know where from, and we're gonna get started on our neighborhood marketing strategy for tonight, which is all about the food drive. So really, really excited that we get to talk about that part because Q4 is coming on. Q4 in our, business is a lot of holidays, a lot of giving, a lot of contributing, and that's really where we see the agent differentiating themselves from each other. The traditional agent, we talk about it in a minute too, from the community influencer. So, all right. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? So let's get some of the stuff pulled up here. So if you're just hopping on, let me know. #live, #replay. And we're gonna get this up on the screen. Make sure. All right. Make sure we all get that set up. So tonight's episode, neighborhood marketing strategy revealed, #NMS, because my goal is always to niche down and level up. So tonight's strategy, as mentioned, neighborhood food drive. Associate with a local food pantry that needs support. People love contributing in order to feel good about themselves and also impact others positively. So it's just one of those things where we really have an incredible opportunity to use our position and make things happen. So again, stay with me through the end to learn the best ways to leverage your marketing efforts and gain marketing share. That's obviously a big one. Yes, we want to support. Yes, we want to help. However, we also need to make sure that our business is being seen, that our business is continuing to grow, because the bigger we get, the bigger we grow, the more people we can help, the more people we can impact. And this is the reason we do what we do. So if you're worried about, well, I don't want to associate my business with it, I don't want to come off as sleazy, let me tell you right here to stop this mindset. Just because you are putting your business along with it, because your business grows, means you have a bigger reach, you can help more people, and you can impact more lives, okay? So if you are seeing where the value is in this, drop me a fire emoji, like a heart emoji, whatever you have available there. Let me know that you are 100% understanding that just leveraging this strategy is not about being sleazy. It is not about inserting your business in a sleazy kind of way. It is really about growing an impact, and that's what I want you guys to do. So would you want to know how to raise brand awareness while promoting a cause that obviously will lead to listings? That's our big goal. We want to grow our business, and this might be with buyer leads, this might be with listing leads. So while we're on the topic, if I ask you, do you prefer buyer leads or do you prefer listing leads? Drop it in the comments. Let me know if you had to choose which one would be your preference. You can do #buyer or #seller. Let me know which one would be your preference of the leads you are getting. Because tonight we are talking about it. So give me about 20 minutes and we're going to talk about how to show your prospect what you're standing for, why you're impacting the community, and at the same time raising brand awareness of your business. Because the bigger your business gets, the bigger impact you have personally that you can make. You make a difference. And this is everything I've said already so far. Use your influence. It's really this simple. Use your influence to change the lives of the people that can't change it on their own. There's so many causes out there. There are so many organizations that are relying on our help to make an impact, to raise awareness. And you can really pick and choose a cause that is near and dear to you, something that you can get 100% behind, because every Monday I give you a brand new strategy that you can do within your neighborhood. But all the strategies I'm giving you, not all the strategies I give you will fit to your personality. They will not fit what you are standing for. So all the strategies I'm presenting to you, you really need to go after the ones that are 100% aligned with you, your core values, and what you're standing for. So for tonight, we're going to talk heavily about a food drive, helping a local pantry to raise awareness and get some goods into the door so they can do what they do best. We are not set up to feed the homeless. We're not set up to open up a place and just hand out meals to families in need. However, there are places that are set up, so we can just dig into those and say we can help you with the reach we have. So let's talk about the food drive. This one here says, let's can hunger, drop any non-perishables there, and it says where it's going to go to. And then if you look at the bottom of those two signs, it does say sponsored by or presented by. And this is where you need to really insert yourself in your business. And this is not a do it once campaign. This is like seriously something you can commit to and get behind to year over year. So let's say, for example, you decide you want to put the food drive together, a poster like that. Consider like adding something to it to really brand it to you. Where people are saying, oh my gosh, I remember like this one. I personally think those big round red cans are pretty, unique. So if that red round can pops up in my store year after year after year, I would start noticing that. And, if I see that over and over and over, and this is really just the marketing that we're looking for, if this is something we are supporting, you have your face on it, you have your name on it, this is something that you can get behind. People will notice. People will see the impact you're trying to have. So a real estate agent is really not a salesperson. We're really community leaders. And this is the biggest takeaway for tonight here. So let me ask you this. Who are you? Are you the traditional agent that just will have open houses all over the house? Hi, my name is Janine Sasso, Coldwell Banker. What can I do for you? Or are you the person that will roll up their sleeve and say, how can I insert myself into my community to better it and to bring change, positive change of where it's needed? And that is really important in today's world. So let me know, what kind of agents are you? Are you a traditional agent? You can do like hashtag #TA. Or are you a community leader? You can do hashtag #CL, community leader. Let me know. I think I have a pretty good feeling of, who's in this group and what kind of agents I attracted to this group. At least I hope I do. So let me know which you're standing for. Are you the one that, is just very traditional, just real estate related, want to buy a house? Great, let's talk. Or you have a problem, I don't want to hear it. Or are you the person that says, what's going on? How can I help you? I don't want to sell my house. That's fine. But what can I help you with? That's right now what a community leader is all about. So especially right now in a time of change, people want to feel that human connection. It's not, hi, can I sell your house? This is not working. This is really all about, a world where people want to connect. In a world of online being where we're all hiding behind our screens, we're all hiding behind our laptops. It's really, really important that we become that positive force that brings that community together. Because at the end of the day, we are still living in a community, we're still living with other people, and we are still, doing the best we can, especially right now, in a place where we're all kind of, thrown into. All right, I lost my live stream, so I can't see your comments right now. Sorry. So let's get that back up. All right, so all good there. I want to make sure I see all the comments. Does it make sense? Are we like on the same page here? Did you see like where we're all coming from? In a time of change, we really want to be the change. And I really hope I started, a conversation in your head where you said, do I really want to involve my business with a cause? Because your business needs to grow in order for your cause to grow. The impact on your cause needs to grow. So let's talk about it. Why does your community need you? Many of you might think they have a food pantry, or they have a commission that does that, and there's people that take care of that. So why you? Why does it make a difference to your community? And honestly, positivity is contagious. The feeling of being part of something bigger than ourselves makes us feel good. That's really what it is. You ever like done something like totally like without your own, self in mind, and you just done something to be nice, and at the end you didn't feel horrible about it, did you? You were just like, yes, this made me feel good. That was good. And one of the ways we can do that in our community is by being an event organizer. And a lot of the techniques I talk about are centering about that, being an event organizer. So becoming a real estate agent is really, let's be honest, it's really easy. I mean, you study, you pay a little bit of money, you pass a test, you pay a little bit more money, you're licensed. Becoming a good real estate agent, that's different. But becoming a community leader will take time and also authenticity. You need to mean what you do. You can't just, fake this part and be like, oh yeah, I care, but really you don't. It is really something you need to generally care about of what you do. So is it complicated? That's one of the most asked questions I get. Is it complicated? Is it complicated to get all of this together? And the answer is it's really not horribly complicated. Think about it. What is it that we need to do in this process? What are those, steps we need to take? So the first one, what do you want to support? Or who do you want to support? What's the pantry you would like to associate yourselves with? Pick the pantry, reach out to them, say, hey, do you have something that, would you benefit if I do like a food drive in my neighborhood? Would you benefit from this? Is that something you currently need? Find out if that food pantry wants that. So place that call. It's not, it's not guesswork. Place the call. They will tell you exactly what they need. Second step, prepare your marketing material. That's really already step number 2. Step number 3, approach those local businesses. They are people just like you and me running a small business. You are a small business owner. I'm a small business owner. They're a small business owner. Just, find a way to connect with the community where you can just then go in and say, can I do this inside your business? Can I put up my food donation cans? Can I, stand out in front of your store? Can I do this? There's a lot of things that you can accomplish by just having that conversation. Step number 4 is promote, promote, promote. And that is one of the strategies that I teach inside my video training course, because the best way to promote is with video. Take the video. You don't have to be in it if you don't want to, but take the video. Promote the video. Distribute the video just by taking footage. If that's not something you're comfortable with, consider doing pictures, something that shows where the progress is. Shows them in pictures what is happening. How can you get involved? How can you make an impact? And then you do that until that event date. If there's a certain, deadline, a cutoff date, you promote that event over and over and over and over. It is just like marketing a listing, very repetitive, but very, very important. All you need is a game plan. And this is really what it comes down to. What do you want to do and how you want to do it? So was this useful? Let me know in the comments if this made sense so far to you about the food drive, on the little steps that you can take because next up, we're going to talk about how does it work exactly. So here are the 4 ideas to spread the word about your event, because this is the part where a lot of people actually end up being stuck. And it is not about, the cause you want to get behind or the pantry to pick. This is something that's fairly easily done, I think. Marketing material, you think about it, okay, how do you want to market it? And those are, tied to the 4 ideas on how to spread some some news about it, depending if you want to go door to door. Again, if you're a door knocker, you can leave some door hangers. If you want to just hang up some flyers to local businesses, you can mail some postcards, advertise in local online groups. And again, we're going to go into all those 4 strategies next in a little bit more detail. But that is really about how to spread the word, how to promote it all the way to the event. So let's talk about the door-to-door, the door hangers. So yes, you can go door to door and you can literally knock on their door. Personally, I am not a door knocker. Yes, I went door to door, but the way I did it, I dropped off flyers at like 100 homes in a little plastic baggie with, the event info, and I was too chicken to knock on people's door. That was just me. My personality is not a door knocker. So I opted for the door hanger. I would just leave a door hanger on there. I wouldn't bother them with anything. So this worked for me. And again, if you're a door knocker and you're good with that, feel free to go give that a try. I just left the door hanger like a little baggie with the info. It worked though. It didn't make a difference if I knocked on their door or if I left that there. This is one of the strategies that I used when I got started because I had 0 budget. That's really what I came down to. I had 0 money to be spending it on marketing. So I got on Amazon, clear plastic baggies, and I put some flyer stuff in, and then I just hung it up at the door, and it was very cost effective. And all I needed was a good pair of shoes because I did a lot of walking in those 2 days. So option number 2, hang up some flyers at local businesses. Now, I can tell you from experience, I've had businesses that said, yeah, please do go ahead. And I had businesses that say, I'm sorry, it's against our corporate policy. Fine. Like Walgreens is very anti-flyers, just in case you're wondering. So, but start with, let's design a flyer that presents you. I'm a big fan of Canva personally because it's free. I use Canva for years, just to get my flyers designed, and very well, it's free. So cost effective is probably the wrong word. It's free. So you can design a lot of it. I've used the iPad versions for the pages. They had like some templates there, so I used that. There's a lot of things you can use that are free, so you don't even have to pay for a fancy design. And the biggest part here is if you can't read it from 10 feet away, probably go back to the drawing board and revise it. I need to know what your flyer is about by just standing 10 feet away. I need to know. And if those are just the words food drive in massive, letters, that's fine. Just think about it when you design something, how it looks when you're not right there, right? Right, like 2 feet in front of it. So when I started, I dropped off flyers at all of the local plazas surrounding my target area. This is something that I do talk about in my neighborhood, my farming neighborhood cheat sheet, how to select a profitable farm. I do go over it, saying it is really advisable that you look for something where there's, a bigger shopping center, something that people gravitate to for traffic reasons. So this way, I just use those businesses and I make sure that those businesses that people go to anyways are spreading my message. They are driving awareness to what I am doing because they're there anyways. People inside the neighborhood go there. People from the surrounding area come there. It makes sense. So in my first design was actually one of those tear off, designs, just like you see right here. Nothing fancy about it. It was just really for people to take it, tear it off, and then they had like a way to contact me. So what I would probably put on there on a food drive, I would put on there a way to contact me, probably fairly small. But then in addition to that, I would also put drop-off locations there. Now, this is just something that, you can figure out what would make sense to put on there, what is beneficial for you, and how you want to set it up. Now, way number 3 to raise awareness is if you do have a little bit of a budget to spend, you can definitely spend it by sending out letters or postcards. So letters, that's 50 cents a stamp already if you are in a smaller area. So let's say you have 100 houses, you get 50 cents as one for the stamps. So you're at $50. Now, if you have a little bit of a larger farm, I'm a huge fan of Every Door Direct Mail, which is provided by the United States Postal Service. It gives you the ability to mail something for a fraction of the cost. There is our EDDM training inside our group. If you need that, drop me a comment, #EDDM. I'll send it over to you. But there is a way to optimize your cost and make it really just more efficient. And if you're catching the replay later, check out the description, and I will have a link to it as well over there. So one of the other big things here is to make sure if you're picking a design, and you don't have to do it the first year. I can tell you my first year, I did not settle on a design. But I think by year 3, I kind of had like a design nailed down for what I wanted to do. And this design, it's my staple. They know now if this postcard comes, this is what it is. So I actually tweaked it a little bit this year, but this color scheme stayed the same. The only thing I added was me, just because people like to connect with the person and not just the brand. So a recurring design can really, really help to make sure that they see it catching on. And then the first way to advertise is, of course, local online groups on social media. Does your neighborhood have a local social media group that you can advertise in? Being present in those online groups is important for many different reasons, and promoting events is just one of them. So if you are in a group and you're just kind of like bystanding, I really encourage you to get in there, offer advice, positive feedback, stay away from the little controversial posts, but just because it's not worth the argument, especially online, to do that with. So you want to make sure you stay on a very positive way and make sure people are seeing your name, associating it with good responses. So make sure your responses are really, not just, yeah, great job, but just really specific, and be seen on those. Okay, because then when it comes time to promote your event, people will listen. So one of the things too with social media group, if you are not the admin on them, make sure you're nice with the admins. The last thing you want is being kicked out of the group. So make sure you got a little bit of etiquette going on there on the social media groups. And if you don't have a local neighborhood social media group, consider creating one. People love to connect with their own neighborhood, and I do have an entire free training available of how to set up a group. So if you need access to that, just do a #free group, and I will get you tagged on that one. It's actually in the unit section, so you can build your own. It is quite a bit of work initially, just so you're prepared, but it can also pay off in huge ways. Marketing efforts are a real estate agent's bloodline. Market yourself like the world is watching. And this, honestly, guys, is in so many ways, everything I do is really based on this. Whatever I do online, I do consider how are people seeing it? How is it presented? Because in an online world, this is just how people are viewing it. They might not necessarily know me. They might not necessarily see that I put a lot of effort into marketing my listings, doing my events. But if I put 1,000% of my efforts behind it and really try and present it the best way possible, people see, people notice, And year over year, there's always room for improvement. So don't beat yourself up if you feel like you could have done something different. Because one of the most powerful stories I think this week was, where did the iPhone start, right? The iPhone started with iPhone 1, then iPhone 2, then iPhone 3, iPhone 4. You get the point. iPhone improved year over year over year. And it was just a very powerful analogy when I listened to it this week, where I said, you know what? This is absolutely true. This is what we need to remember, that we do not start out with, the iPhone 10. We start out on a much, much smaller scale, but we start out with the best intentions at heart. And that's important. So did this make sense? You guys got some value out of this, and see how a food drive can really positively impact your neighborhood. Real quick, if you brought me to the group, my name is Janine Sasso. I am an active realtor and team leader. I do run a 6-figure real estate business. I'm a hyper-local marketing machine. I'm the founder of the Hyper-Local Real Estate Agent. Welcome to the group. I built my business with 0 sphere, and I'm a busy mom of 2 little monsters that are absolutely adorable. They really are. So what's next? I just gave you a lot of the ideas, a lot of the things that you can go ahead and implement and get it all figured out. However, I also know that not everybody is just going to go ahead and figure it out. So for those of you that are saying, you know what, I don't know where I'm going to start, I really encourage you to consider a 1-hour consultation call. I'd be happy to get you on my schedule and make sure we're mapping out the roadmap, because the last thing you want is getting stuck on the how. Okay? My biggest thing always is make sure you find the who that can help you with the how. And I promise you, I can get you to the how. I've done it many times with many different people. So if you are stuck, I need you to figure out the next step. And if the next step is not, what can I do to make myself unstuck? Please consider it. And again, you're already inside the group. Here are free and paid resources that you can take advantage of. I did mention a few of them. One of them is the strategy call. I did mention the video training for some of that, reporting on it. I did mention our mailer course. I think I mentioned like all of them tonight. And some of our free resources are there as well. One of them, the most powerful one, in my opinion, is probably our geographic farming cheat sheet on how to select a profitable farm. So if you're not quite sure if you have a profitable farm, also a great way to double check it. And if you have any other questions, please feel free. Drop your comments below. I'm going to go through them. I do go through them personally because I love to see your feedback. I love to see where, there's little wheels turning in the head. I see where you guys are getting ideas from. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope it was really helpful for somebody to spark a little bit of creativity, to be an influence, a positive influence in their community, and to make a difference inside somebody's life. So until then, I will talk to you guys later, and everybody have a good night. Bye.